Have you ever stopped to contemplate the emotional seasons of your life? Just as the Earth undergoes its annual cycle of spring, summer, autumn, and winter, so too do our lives oscillate between emotional seasons. And each season, in its own unique way, shapes and enriches our existence. Consider the springtime of life, a period of growth and renewal, where hope and optimism bloom like flowers in a meadow. It's a time when we feel invincible, as if we're standing at the precipice of possibility, ready to leap into the unknown. Then comes the summer season, a period of fullness and abundance. Just as the sun at its zenith warms the earth, so too does the summer of our lives radiate with joy, passion, and the fulfillment of dreams. It's a time of celebration, a testament to our resilience and our ability to seize the day. As summer fades, we move into the autumn of life, the season of reflection. The leaves may fall, but they paint the world in hues of gold and crimson, reminding us of the beauty in change. It's a time to harvest the wisdom of our experiences, to look back at the paths we've walked, the choices we've made, and the lessons we've learned. Lastly, we enter the winter season, a time of introspection and rest. The world outside may seem harsh and unforgiving, but it's within this cold stillness that we find our deepest strength. It's a time to retreat inward, to find comfort in our own solitude, and to prepare for the arrival of another spring. Each of these emotional seasons, spring's hope, summer's joy, autumn's reflection, and winter's introspection, has its own beauty, its own purpose. They ebb and flow, shaping us, testing us, making us stronger and wiser. And even in the midst of the harshest winter, we must remember the promise of the spring to come. Remember, without winter, there would be no spring, and without emotional lows, the highs wouldn't feel as sweet. So let us embrace each season of our lives, for it's through these ever-changing cycles that we truly live. Just as there is a time for every season, there is a time for every emotion in our lives. This is a profound truth that we often overlook, but it's one that's crucial to living a balanced life. There is a natural rhythm to life that's reflected in the world around us, and this rhythm encompasses a full spectrum of experiences and emotions. Think about it. There is a time to be born and a time to die. The cycle of life and death is constant, unending. It's a rhythm that's been playing since the dawn of time itself. To be born is to begin anew, to start a fresh chapter. And to die, while it's often seen in a negative light, is merely a transition to another state. Similarly, there is a time to weep and a time to laugh. Tears of joy and sorrow are two sides of the same coin. They both spring from a deep well of emotion within us. Laughter, pure and unbridled, is the sweet melody of joy, while tears are the poignant symphony of sorrow. Both are integral parts of the human experience. There's a time to mourn and a time to dance. Mourning is a necessary part of healing, a catharsis that allows us to let go of our pain. Dancing, on the other hand, is a celebration of life, a declaration of our joy and vitality. There's a time to scatter stones and a time to gather them. This could be seen as a metaphor for the ebb and flow of life. There are times when we need to let go, to scatter the stones of our past, and there are times when we need to gather, to build, and create. There's a time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to search and a time to give up, a time to keep and a time to throw away. Each of these pairs exemplifies the balance that exists in life. They remind us that life is not static, but dynamic, always changing, always moving. Embrace the rhythm of life, for it is in this rhythm that we find our harmony. Life is a dance, a song, a story. It's a symphony of moments, emotions, and experiences. And it's in this symphony that we find our purpose, our joy, and our peace. History is a great teacher, and from it, we can learn to navigate our emotional seasons. Throughout the annals of time, nations have risen and fallen, like the ebb and flow of the tide. There have been times of war, where the world seemed engulfed in chaos and conflict. Yet, each war eventually gave way to a period of peace, a time to heal the wounds of the past and build anew. Just as the seasons change, so too did the fortunes of these nations. They had their winters of struggle, where survival seemed uncertain. But as sure as spring follows winter, these moments of hardship were followed by times of prosperity and growth. The Roman Empire, for instance, wasn't built in a day. It faced numerous challenges, internal strife, and external threats. Yet it endured, grew, and at its height was a beacon of civilization and progress. Similarly, each of us goes through our own winters, where we face trials and tribulations. But remember, spring always follows winter. History shows us that there is a time to tear down and a time to build, a time for war and a time for peace. These are not mere cycles of a nation or civilization, but the rhythms of our own lives. Just as nations have found ways to heal and unite, so too can we find ways to navigate our emotional seasons. Despite the challenges we face, there is no better time to be alive than right now. Yes, we are confronted by global warming, a problem that threatens our very existence. We are beset by wars that tear us apart and terror that seeks to divide us. But let us not forget the resilience of the human spirit, the indomitable force within us that has the power to overcome these challenges. It is true that these issues loom large, casting long shadows over our world. But remember, shadows exist only because there is light. And it is in this light that we find our strength, our courage, and our resolve to tackle these problems. We are more than just bystanders in this grand drama of life. Each one of us has a role to play, a part in this story. We are the authors of our own narratives, the sculptors of our own destinies. We are the ones who can turn the tide, who can make a difference. So let us embrace our roles. Let us seize this moment. Let us face these challenges head on, with courage and conviction. Let us harness the power within us to bring about change, to create a better, brighter future for all. Remember, we are all part of the grand tapestry of life. Each of us, in our own unique way, contributes to the beauty of the seasons.